What's up, vapors? Thanks for checking out Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and we got a lot of topics to talk about today, so let's vape. So let's get right into it with what I've been vaping on. Of course, first up, we have my Griffin and Stout combo. I've been using this same exact setup. Honestly, this tank has not left this Stout since I got both of them, and I've been loving this setup. So I have yet to review the Stout, but I will make sure to review that for you guys. But this combo right here is super hard hitting. The way I have it set up is just a simple 7-wrap 24 gauge Canthal around a 3mm bit, and it ohms out to right at 0.33 ohms, using it at 50 watts. Just regular Japanese cotton for wicking material, and this thing hits amazing. In the tank, I've got some Aurora 4 by Moon Mountain Vapor. Been vaping through that bottle since I got back from VCC Tampa, and I got to give those guys a big shout out because they dug through their seasonal supplies and found me a bottle, so I would like to give them many thanks. Thank you guys so much. I do appreciate that. If you guys don't know, the Aurora 4 is kind of like a shamrock cupcake. It's like vanilla with a little bit of like maybe an almond or something like that, and a little bit of mint as well. It's kind of nice and refreshing. It's great for when you just want to relax after dinner or something like that, but I've been using it in here for the past week or so, and it's been great. So let's just go ahead and have a vape on this thing. And I finally found that wicking that just works for me. Now, as I mentioned in my full review, I am using this thing without that little ring that goes over the top of your wicks. I learned that it's much more difficult to build using that thing. And honestly, I just like kind of drenching my cotton with e-liquid and then just kind of pasting it into place, and then by sheer luck, I'm able to put that tank back on without it screwing up my cotton. But this thing doesn't leak, and it wicks really well for me. So that's the way I've been wicking that thing for the past couple weeks, and it's been working out really good for me so far. So if you do own a Griffin, make sure you check that wicking style out. I might actually do like a build video on that thing in the near future. I know I don't do a lot of tank builds, and I sure do want to get into them, especially on a deck like that, because it is that velocity style deck, and there's a range of different coil configurations that you can use in it. So if you want that, make sure you leave a comment in the section below. My next setup that I've got rocking right now is the RX200 Rouleau with the Kennedy 24. That's kind of my standard dripping kind of setup right now. I've actually not used a mech in probably 2-3 weeks. I did a video about the Clapton parallel build, and I used a mech for that, but then as soon as I got finished with the video, I put it on the Rouleau, and it worked out a little bit better for me. I was able to vape it up about 130 watts comfortably with very little ramp up time. So in all honesty, I feel like the Rouleau is the best overall mod for just any style of vaping. You can put a tank on here, you can put a dripper on here, you can put anything on here, and it's going to work just great. A buddy of mine, Jay, actually uses his with a Nautilus, and he vapes it at 15 watts. His batteries will last him 3 to 4 days. So it's a great device. It's perfect for just about any style of vaping, and honestly, for the price, you really can't go wrong with a good old trusty RX200. Now in the Addy, I have a mixture of Cold Fusion's Typhoon, their new flavor Typhoon, with a little bit of Shakana, my all-time favorite from them. So the Typhoon is kind of like a tropical smoothie. I get kind of a coconut out of it, maybe a little bit of pineapple, and then I have the Shakana, which brings the peach and the mango in. So it's kind of just really rounds out the flavor altogether, and it gives you a little bit more bold tropical flavor overall. And I'm not the first person to experiment with this. I know a few people that come into my shop say if you mix the two, it makes for a great combination, and I gotta say, they are very right. It doesn't gunk up your coils or anything like that. I'm running the same cotton for about a week now, and I have yet to re-wick it. They're starting to get a little bit dirty, but overall, I'm very, very happy with this, this flavor. Let's go ahead and have a vape on this one. And this is a standard fused Clapton 26 and 36 nichrome. Vaping it at 90 watts, comes in at 0.2 ohms, and I'm vaping it at 4.24 volts. So that's the specs on that one there. Plenty of airflow, you know, just enough wicking, and everything just kind of works so harmoniously in this device here. I love the way the Kennedy looks on top too. You really can't go wrong with a good old trusty Kennedy 24. Of course, a lot of you guys ask me where I get these tips from. These are Half Moon Mod tips. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to get them for yourself. This particular tip is made exclusively for the Kennedy, and it's called the Fat Bastard. That's the Boston accent, yeah. The guy who makes them lives up by Boston, so he calls it the Fat Bastard, and I think that's just great. He also makes 510 tips as well, and there's a variety of different styles and colors and stuff like that, all hand-turned on a lathe, which is really cool. I love supporting local businesses and local vendors and stuff like that. Obviously, Cold Fusion being from Boston, you know, I'm going to support those guys. So yeah, that's just what I'm vaping on lately. I went through the bottle after I did my review of Holy Cow. Pleased as Punch has been another one that I've been vaping on. I went through that bottle in about 2 days because it was so good. One thing I forgot to mention in my review was the fact that it does contain a little bit of culotta, which is not a menthol, it's not a mint, it's just kind of a cooling agent. And I think that works out so good for that particular flavor because it's meant to be refreshing. And that's what a lot of the other lemonades and stuff like that seem to be lacking, is that refreshing factor. It just kicks it up like tenfold when it comes to the culotta in it, because it's not actually cooling it down. I mean, all right, so I guess it's cooling it down, but it's not like adding a menthol aftertaste or anything like that. It just kind of leaves that coolness in your mouth, and you don't feel like it's drying out your mouth or anything like that. Not to mention the fact that they don't use a whole lot of sweetener in it, which also kind of contributes to the whole refreshing factor. That right there is going to be my go-to summer vape. So I'm definitely going to be picking up on a few more bottles of that stuff as far as what I'm going to be vaping for the next couple of months. I tend to stick with the same flavors a lot, and if I find something I like, I'll just go through bottle after bottle after bottle until I cannot even taste it anymore. I know a lot of people tend to get vapor's tongue and stuff like that, but I'll go through at least 120 or 240 mils of juice before I can't taste it anymore. And that's kind of what I like to do when it comes to some of my favorite flavors. Obviously, I've gone through, you know, pretty much a gallon of Shockanol at this point, and no regrets whatsoever. What's coming up for me? I'm going back to some Golden Ticket. I tried this flavor out a couple weeks ago, and it was actually really tasty. I'm the first to, you know, be skeptical of a chocolate vape and, you know, something like that comes in a box and all that stuff. I do want to say that it does contain sweetener, so it definitely gunked up my cotton a lot faster than a lot of the other liquids I ran through the Griffin, but damn, is it ever good. I mean, you get a real nice sweet, almost like a cocoa kind of flavor, like hot cocoa mix, but then you get that creaminess to the aftertone, and it just mixes so well. Actually, I think I have a few drops in the tank right now just because I re-wicked and I didn't have any more Aurora 4, so I actually primed it using the Golden Ticket, and it just mixes so well with what's in here. It's actually quite tasty, so I kind of want another vape off of this one. So, sorry about that. We do have a serious topic to talk about tonight, which is Massachusetts Bill SB 2344, which has to do with the, you know, protecting the kids against tobacco and all that stuff. So, yeah. Basically, if you don't know already, what it is basically they're trying to pass a set of laws further regulating vaping in the state of Massachusetts. Now, this one hits home for me personally because that's where I live, so obviously I feel like I should talk about it. And the first thing is I did watch the debate on this in the Senate the other day, and it was kind of hard to watch for me because you just see these politicians just kind of not even caring what anyone's saying or anything like that. They're just going up there and speaking their piece and then sitting down, and everyone just kind of talking amongst themselves and not giving two craps about what else is going on. on. In some cases, for the amendments, they didn't even take a vote or a roll call or anything like that. They just passed it right through or denied it straight up. And it was really unfortunate, because there's a lot of important little amendments in there that could have helped us out. And we'll get into that in just a second here. But as it stands right now on the date of recording, it passed through the Senate, and the next step is the House of Representatives in the state of Massachusetts. So unfortunately, they kind of passed that. They slipped that one right through, kind of under our nose, because they didn't pass it on the day that the debate was. During that week, they just kind of slipped it under the door, and it made it to the next step of legislation. So basically, what this will entail is the age of purchasing tobacco products, which includes vapor products, would be 21, and that also includes a grandfather date. So the people that are just turning 18, 19, 20 right now will be grandfathered in. However, there's a lot of other little things in here that kind of negate that fact. First of all, it criminalizes possession under 21. So between the ages of 18 and 21, you're going to get your contraband, which is what it would be called now, confiscated. And under 18, not only do you get your gear confiscated, but you also get a letter home. So you're going to have your parents notified. So if you're a current smoker under the age of 18 in Massachusetts, beware, because this is heading down the tubes right now. And hopefully it doesn't get past the House, but who knows? At this point, they just seem to be kind of just pushing this one even further and further. So there was an amendment that would have separated the definition of a tobacco product and a vapor product, which could have completely saved us from this bill, yet they decided to deny that one from going through. They flagged it down, and that kind of lumps us in with a tobacco product now. So as far as in the eyes of the state of Massachusetts, tobacco products and vapor products are one and the same, which really screws us over in the long run, because that ends up, if this does pass the way it's written, this could lead to additional taxes on vapor products. So just like you hear in California and a few other states, they could end up taxing us no matter what vapor product you're talking about, whether it be cotton or a battery rewrap or a battery or a mod or any little device that you pick up at a vape shop could be basically regulated as a tobacco product, which could be a big thing for us in a very negative way. Also, they failed to pass through the amendment that would allow for military members to purchase tobacco products from the age of 18 to 21. Now, that could actually kind of help the vetoing of this bill, or the making this bill fail, just because there's a lot of military support, and this is a big military state. So that actually might hurt this bill in the long run. And I don't know. I'm on the fence about that, because in one instance, it's like, okay, well, they earned a special privilege because they're in the military, but at the same time, they're basically government property. When you sign up for the military, you kind of basically become government property. So if they want to take care of their property, then that would mean that they're trying to eliminate smoking and vapor products from to be used by these military members. However, if you're a current smoker and you're looking to quit by using vapor products, that would actually just eliminate that altogether. And, it just goes to show that these politicians literally do not care about your well-being. They're just trying to protect the children, which is the excuse they've been using for years and years. And one big thing the main sponsor of the bill decided to mention was the fact that vaping has tripled amongst teens within the past few years. But what they haven't mentioned was the fact that smoking has decreased dramatically because of the invention of vapor products and the popularity of vapor products. So that's one thing that no one ever really mentions. That's kind of hush-hush, under the table, kind of gets swept right under the rug. They don't want to mention those facts. I mean, they would love to mention any facts that are in their favor. However, they leave out the ones that would hurt their cause. They just want to protect the children. It's all about the children. It's always going to be about the children. So yeah, that's where this bill lies right now. I will make sure to update you guys on any future progress or anything like that of SB 2344. But in the meantime, make sure you call your local representative and make sure you voice your opinion. Of course, you can go to the CASA page and they have it listed by state of every single person that you can call or email or anything like that. But especially make sure you reach out to your local representatives, because that's the people who you would be voting for. Make sure they know that you vape, you vote, and they're not going to vote for you, or you're not going to vote for them rather, if they pass this bill through. So yeah, of course I have all the advocacy links in the description below. Of course you want to check those out if you actually care about vaping advocacy, which you should. Always fight for your right to vape. I say it in all my videos now, and I really stand by that. So on a brighter note, I'm proud to announce the fact that I finally have all what I was looking to get for the big giveaway. Now, I've been talking about this big giveaway for a long time now, ever since I hit 5,000 subscribers, and I want to just, take a minute to thank you guys so much for all the support, because without you guys, I could not make this happen. And of course, I want to thank all the people who sponsored this giveaway for making this happen as well. I'm doing the big one. This is the big giveaway. Finally, the big giveaway. And I have a lot of stuff to give away here, so I hope you guys are excited about this one. Basically, I've broken it down into 3 separate prize packs. Every single one gets a mod, an addy, a bunch of juice, wick and wire, or rather wire. I don't have any wick to give away, unfortunately, but I have drip tips to give away, just a whole slew of stuff to give away. So this took a lot of work, and in the future I will make sure to kind of plan ahead, because I didn't understand how much work this would actually entail, and it's a heck of a lot of work getting all these companies to kind of send you this stuff to give away. But in the end, we have a ton of stuff to give away, and I will go over everything now with you guys, just to kind of let you in on what's going to be involved with this huge giveaway. So going over first, my first prize pack, we have a couple of Half Moon 510 drip tips. Of course, there'll be pictures up on my Instagram and Facebook page. If you want to check this out in more detail, I will be sure to post that there. And also my Twitter, if you follow me on there as well. I have a full Council of Vapors setup, which includes a Kindred 2 and a Royal Hunter RDA. This is the exact same one that I reviewed quite some time ago now on my channel, but it is definitely a great mod. You can, of course, check those reviews out if you want to check them out. I'll have links in the description down below. I have a Mutation X XS Mini atomizer for this prize pack as well. So you get 2 atomizers with this one, which is kind of cool. I have a full, or most of the line, I should say, of Holy Cow, Pink Bunny, Pleased as Punch, Yummy, and Cinnacream Dream, as well as a bottle of Outcast Elixir's Berry Flow. That comes care of Alan from Holy Cow. And a few of the Holy Cow buttons. And finally, last but not least, we have a Mad Rabbit wire pack. This includes every single gauge, including their new Nichrome line as well. So you get that. I mean, you're talking a couple $100 worth of stuff here, easy. And you get it all in this one prize pack. Now, moving on to my second prize pack, we have, starting with a Half Moon matching 510 Kennedy Fat Bastard and sleeve combo. And I don't know if you know what this size is, but it's for the Limitless mod. And I have a Limitless mod as well, 24 karat gold with the Indian head button to give away, including the blue sleeve, as well as the zombie green and red splatter. Now, to match that, I also have an Alliance V2 zombie splatter. And if you don't like zombie splatter, you want to go with something a little bit different, I have the Alliance color kit as well. So you get all these different sleeves and tip combos for different airflow and everything like that. I have a full line of Alchemist elixirs. There's 4 flavors there, really good stuff, and a pair of Vapetasia lemonade. So, of course, a Mad Rabbit wire pack with that as well. And finally, my final prize pack is going to be, let's start off with the drip tips. Got a couple of drip tips from Half Moon Mods. These are 510 drip tips. You get a Monster Mods. This is the one and only prototype Monster Mods Nosferatu mod, which I don't believe made it to a full production run, so it might be extremely rare. It even has a laser engraved prototype written on it, which is huge. Honestly, not sure how much it's worth exactly, but in my mind, it's priceless, and it hurts my heart to give it away. But, you know, since I get so much support from you guys, I felt, you know, it might end up in someone's hands that would actually appreciate it. Plus, I have an authentic Kennedy comp atomizer. This is genuine, of course, and it looks amazing on the Nosferatu mod, if I do say so myself. I have some Blow e-liquid, some Andrip e-liquid, and some Craft Vapory certifiably vapable liquids to give away as well. So big shout out to everyone that's contributed there. And finally, of course, we have our Mad Rabbit wire pack. So everyone gets a mod, an addy, some juice, some drip tips, some wire, and a whole bunch of extra stuff. So 3 great prize packs. I think every single one is definitely good in their own right, but a lot of stuff to give away. And how you enter that giveaway, basically what you got to do, all you have to do, I should say, is send me an email marked 5K giveaway or whatever you want to do, because I originally intended this to be the 5K giveaway. So this is going to be to celebrate my 5K, but even though we're up to 7K at this point. But anyways, just mark it the big one, big giveaway, something like that. Anything you want to put in the title relating to a giveaway is fine by me, as long as it has something to do with the word giveaway, basically. Send that to my email address, dailyvapetv@gmail.com, of course, in the description. And just tell me the last 2 words that I say in every single video, which I'm not going to tell you. So you got to figure that out by watching other videos. But anyways, that's it. That's all you got to do. I would also say subscribe to my channel for lots more content like this and for lots more giveaways, because this is just for 5K. Imagine what I'm going to do for 10K. So we'll worry about that when the time comes. But, you know, I just wanted to take another second just to thank all you guys out there for watching these videos. All the support is just so humbling, and I do appreciate everything that you guys do for me. So this is just my chance to kind of give back to you and, you know, make a lot of people happy out there. And, you know, even if you don't win, of course there will be a next time. There's plenty of giveaways to go around. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. We'll be back next week with another edition of Let's Vape. Of course, we just talk about some random topics that come up every single week. And hopefully we'll have some good news by next week. But anyways, guys, make sure you enter the contest. I'll be picking the winner after ECC. I'm getting back on Monday the 23rd, so probably I'll give it another week after that, and then let's just go for like the end of May. I'm going to give this one a month. Hopefully I get a lot of people entered, and we'll be able to give all this stuff away. So, of course, enter my contest. Email me, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to click the links in the description below for the advocacy. Of course, you got to fight for your right to vape, and check out my different social media pages. I have Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you follow me on there. Like my page on Facebook. Check out my Snapchat, and if you want to fund this video channel of mine here, you can always check out my Patreon. But anyways, guys, that about does it for this video, and as always, you thought you could get it out of me. You're going to have to watch another video to do that. All right, guys, have a good one.